Many Europeans are leaving the countryside to work in cities, leaving luxurious lands to ruin. These forgotten wonders could be worth millions with time and care. Estates and villages have been abandoned across Europe as economic recessions force people into cities and childless owners die without heirs. These properties may appear to be beyond repair, but buyers determined to modernize them could reap huge financial rewards. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Travel and Living. In today's video, we are going to go over the top 10 incredible abandoned castles of Europe will take your breath away. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10. 13th century Caerlaverock Castle, Scotland. This moated medieval masterpiece was first built in the 13th century on Scotland's southern coast. The building's unique triangular layout was brilliantly defensive. The curtain walls double back on themselves, and a tower serves as a lookout point at each corner of the triangle. The triangle's front point faces north toward Scotland and has a double tower that serves as the gatehouse. This would have included the opulent quarters of the castle's residents, the Maxwell family. The site, which was abandoned in the 17th century, is now open to the public for exploration. Number 9. 16th century BALLYCARBERY Castle, Ireland. Although there was a residence on the site of this castle as early as 1398, the current tombs were built in the 16th century. The stone walls of this ivy-clad structure near the water's edge in County Kerry are all that remains. When Oliver Cromwell's troops attacked it with cannon fire in the mid-1600s, the edifice was severely damaged. Local farmers subsequently took some stones for their own building projects. But, still the site looks magnificent as you can see in the images. Number 8. 17th century Samazzano Castle, Italy. A short drive outside of Florence will take you to this magnificent hilltop palazzo. Originally constructed on the grounds of a 17th century royal palace, Marquis Ferdinando Ximenes Panchatici remodeled the site in the late 19th century in the style of the Moorish revivalist movement. It would be an understatement to say that this castle is ornate and elaborate in design. 365 rooms, one for each day of the year, are filled with vibrant color and intricate patterns, including the incredible Peacock Room, which boasts a rainbow of colors and geometric patterns in a dazzling array of colors. After World War II, this castle was converted into a luxury hotel, which remained in operation until it was closed in the 1990s. Number 7. 19th century Château, Burgundy, France. This 11th century estate in Burgundy, France, fell into ruins in 1781. The 19th century chateau and its grounds were certified a historical monument in 2020 and went on the market. The stunning chateau, located in Macon's winemaking region, has been unoccupied for some time and needs saving. The property has 13 bedrooms and original neo-Gothic stairs with curved stone ramps. Fortunately, the chateau has been carefully preserved due to the use of high-quality building materials. Large windows and high ceilings make every space feel airy and bright. These include bespoke stained glass windows, elegant cornice, marble flooring, ornamental fireplaces and timber paneling. With an 18th century mansion, a caretaker's cottage, a big barn and an orangery as well as abandoned outbuildings and a private chapel, the estate has it all. The landscape has limitless parks and meadows, as well as a golf course ready for use. This gorgeous castle is a medieval palace. Number 6. Witzenburg Castle, SAALE-UNSTRUT, Germany. This enigmatic castle in Querfurt, Germany, is surrounded by stunning landscapes in the famed wine-growing region of SAALE-UNSTRUT. The proprietors of this neo-Renaissance style building mysteriously abandoned it. The castle, built over 1,000 years ago, has served as a nunnery as a haven for refugees during World War II. Despite a new owner claiming ownership in 2004, Witzenburg Castle sits abandoned and uninhabited. The castle features numerous great halls, a large inner courtyard, and horse stables. The building's vast hallways and empty rooms show signs of degradation. The exterior of this grand piano is worn, but the interior is still opulent. The high stuccoed ceiling of this parlor would have been ideal for elegant receptions, but time has worn down the wood paneling. Witzenburg is now in disrepair, with moisture and cables dangling from the ceiling. However, once it is purchased and repaired, it will be a magnificent palace. Number 5. Dunnottar Castle, Scotland. Dunnottar Castle, perched on a cliff above the North Sea, is a ruin that has suffered from the elements. Although the site is thought to have been defended in the early Middle Ages, the majority of the structures that have survived date from the 15th and 16th centuries. Many notable people have lived there over the years, including the 4th Earl Marischal, who was a guardian of Mary, Queen of Scots, and was considered to be the wealthiest man in Scotland at the time of his death. The castle was confiscated by the government in the 18th century after a series of spectacular centuries-long fights and betrayals. It was abandoned and left in ruins until 1925, when a viscountess from England took on the task of restoring the structure. Although it is privately held, it is now available for the general public to enjoy. Number 4. Dacha Kvitko, Sochi, Russia. The history of this deteriorating abandoned Sochi mansion is unknown. The building is claimed to date from the turn of the century and is located on the Black Sea shoreline. A dacha is a Russian summer house where wealthy families go to escape the city's heat. The mansion has been abandoned and left to the elements for unexplained reasons. The mansion has a deteriorating facade and roof, and is surrounded by overgrown plants. They were confiscated by the Soviet authorities and given to high-ranking Communist Party leaders. Without windows, the inside is full with crumbling bricks, rubble, and trash. Except for a little area of tiles at the top, this stairway has been robbed of its former splendor. The once grand mansion's front door is now collapsing and open to the elements. And the arching inside staircase that used to lead nowhere is now fading and peeling. Number 3. REINHARDSBRUNN Castle, Thuringia, Germany. The house remained in the family of Prince Albert until the end of World War II, when it was taken over by the East German state and used as a military hospital, a government venue, and a showpiece hotel. Following Germany's reunification, the state of Thuringia designated the castle as a historic monument in 1992. Various travel companies bought and sold it over the years, and it has since been left to rack and ruin. Number 2. MESEN Castle, LEDE, Belgium. MESEN Castle in LEDE, Belgium, is partially destroyed and abandoned. This majestic residence is one of the most important buildings created by Italian architect Giovanni Nicol Servidoni. Aristocratic Betti family owned until the 18th century, then utilized as a gin distillery, tobacco factory and sugar refinery until 1897 when it became a boarding school. The Marquis of Lede lived in this beautiful palace, which was one of the most significant Belgian aristocratic households of the time. The grounds included a neo-Gothic chapel when the boarding school disbanded, leaving the castle to deteriorate. It was looted and vandalized while it was owned by the Belgian Ministry of Defense. The chapel, orangery, and stables are among the outbuildings surrounding the massive abandoned castle. The inside of the house is a dusty shell of its former glory, with no traces of wealth. A green door here hints at the hallway's former magnificence. The once impressive house is now rubble. The castle was dismantled in 2010 after a fight between the government and conservationists. A fragment of the main wall and the foundations of another wing remain in a nearby park. Number 1. DIVER'S Palace, Lower Silesia, Poland. This abandoned castle in Lower Silesia, Poland, has been abandoned to the elements. While nothing is known about this intriguing structure, the style appears to be 18th century. Broken window theory couldn't resist taking a look around the palace, risking his life. The castle has been abandoned since 2014. The palace's history and final owner are unknown. However, there are traces of recent renovations, such as cement mixers and plastic sheeting in certain chambers. Other rooms still have old, worn-out furnishings. The palace is surrounded by living homes on a farm. The palace appears to have been utilized for a commercial endeavor as there are documents written in German and Polish strewn about a makeshift office. While the palace still has marble steps and velvet draperies, it is mostly abandoned. Ceilings and floors that have collapsed make structural repairs difficult. So, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you liked this video? If so then, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss any video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching.